we grew up with women who weren't voicing the pain and the burden. They made it look easy. And when you make stuff look easy, people assume that you must like this.
Yeah.
It's okay with you, right?
Right.
You know, we don't articulate as Black women our pain because it's almost like nobody ever gave us permission to do that.
And does anyone care?
Yeah, there's that.
Will they care?
If we knew, I think we would care. If we knew. If we knew.
Or, you know, yeah. And we have to ask ourselves, the men in our lives is, you know, why wait to be asked? You know, it seems like what we go through is pretty obvious. I mean, maybe we're not complaining, but we're actually living life out loud, you know? You know, you see us carrying these babies, you see us working a job and coming home and managing, getting food on the table and handling doctor's appointments. And this is, you know, if you've got a partner, right? I think some of us feel like, why should we have to ask?
Yeah.
You know, it seems apparent. And as Black women, sometimes we, you know, there is that underlying thing we're socialized to believe from very early on that we don't deserve any better. Well, I think that's why it's important for us at tables like this, for women like us who do have a platform to talk openly about the challenges that we face, not because we are complaining, which we don't want to ever be complaining, but because we need to change, we need to turn that cycle on its head.
Yes.
And we have to talk about our stresses openly, you know. And also, as Black women, we are so easily labeled as angry and bitter. And let me tell you some of the most hurtful stuff that I experienced, you know, entering this life of public service at the heights that we entered into was during my husband's presidential campaign. And just me telling the truth of who we were, you know, just humanizing him as a man, saying he's, you know, he's a great man, but he's not perfect. You know, he's got his foibles and his flaws, trying to humanize him. The first thing that some female journalist said was that I was bitter. I was emasculating him, just by sort of trying to tell the truth about what life is, right? And then you get labeled as angry. You know, because you talk forcefully or passionately about something, even if it's in the context of great joy and pride, that the first label they put on us as Black women is that we are angry. And, you know, the irony is like, yeah, I am probably less liked than many of my white female friends. I see that.
Less
light.
Not
you know?
Light.
Light. Because I say this a lot. I mean, I see the difference in some of my white female friends. I see a lightness, an ability to be in the world and see what's going on, but still be not as burdened about it as I think I am. You know, I think that what I see happen in the news, you know, the assault on immigration rights, the challenges that face our community, the inequality, I think it burns at me in a different way.
Because it affects you.
Yeah.
It affects your children.
Yeah.
It affects you.
Yeah. So imagine, you know, we wake up every day just carrying that.
Yeah.
You know, even if it doesn't directly affect me, sometimes I just have to stop reading the paper.
Yes.
So that I can stop thinking about all that's wrong. Sometimes, I don't know about you, Taraji, I can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.